it's the beginning of November, and it's time to kind of like be more intentional with what we want to do this month. In the previous video, I reflected on October, kind of like the accomplishments, the things I was able to do, the things I'm proud of, the things that I still need to work on, and kind of like the obstacles that kind of went through and kind of like still need to work on, like still in the progress of dealing with it. So for this episode, I really wanted to kind of like remind myself and remind us kind of like the practices that I want to do this November. It's all again unplanned, so and it's also gonna be kind of a quick episode just because I have to go to work in like 15 minutes. But with that being said, welcome to another episode of Little Minutes Go. Today we have a solo episode, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, share, all of that because that supports the podcast. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can follow there, and in Spotify you can also comment, so please leave your comments there as well. So with that being said, let's start officially the episode. So I think a couple of practices I really want to do this month is definitely gratitude, being more present in the small moments, the big moments, all the moments, and keep on working on my redirecting my thoughts when I do get in a funk. This past week, I've been pretty good in I've been getting more momentum with like doing the thing. So like this past 2 days, 2 days and a half, I recorded like 4 episodes and like two episodes per day, and that's because I really wanted to meet my goal in October. So stuff I should probably be writing this down. So gratitude, being more present, and redirecting my thoughts when I see that I'm getting into a funk. And I think those would be like the three major ones. And then like other stuff like goals of mine is like spend more time with my family, definitely, and then keep on working on my career or like my business project. I don't really know what to call it yet because I'm not making any money, but like this project of the podcast, social medias. I'm gonna try to get into that, but I'm still like that block is still there. But yeah, so let's start with gratitude. So gratitude, it's very simple, but a very simple thing. It's very self-explanatory. It's just giving gratitude, blessing all the things that happen, good or bad. Like sometimes we don't even know when it's bad. Like it could be a good thing now, and then it could be a bad thing later, and then it could be a bad thing now, and then turn into a good thing later. So I think gratitude is really, really important. It's something that I struggle with, or I've been struggling with. Um, I definitely need to put in more intention into like giving gratitude to the small things. I tend to be, or I'm like trying to leave that side or lower it, if that makes sense. In the sense that I used to be like really angry all the time, very resentful, just like a very negative, pessimistic person. So that's something I've really been trying to work on, and like with like breathing techniques, meditation, like why am I like that, all the inner work. And I've definitely gotten like better in like being able to control that. I could also tend to like go really deep into like a very negative emotion, and that's like kind of like where I go into my funks. So uh it's been really nice. Like gratitude has definitely helped because it makes you realize, okay, oh shit, like actually I'm really good. I'm actually like really privileged in like the life that I have. Like it may not be the best compared to like other people, but it's I really can't complain, and that really reminds me of like the amazing things and the things I should be grateful for. Like I have my family, I have a home, I have food on the table every day. So little stuff like that. And then we could go even like smaller. Like we have air, we have the trees, we have amazing. I just saw today an amazing sunrise, and that was really, really beautiful to see. I have work. I have like yesterday I was able to make like see a number in my bank account where I haven't seen in a very long time, and that was really amazing. I was really proud of that. And even though I have to pay my rent now, that just like seeing that number was really amazing. I was like, that's beautiful. So it's like gratitude to that, gratitude like to the whole process of like me getting there. Like shout out to my my seasonal job. Like shout out to Andre, shout out to Greg. Like they've really helped me out with that. And yeah, it's just like a lot of gratitude, a lot of like gratitude to the changes and like the decisions that we're making that are making our lives way way better and improving and making us evolve as a person and do this whole transformation of like it's a good transformation, and of course it's gonna be their ups and downs, but that transformation is happening, and that's really amazing too. Amazing to see, amazing and amazing to acknowledge and recognize and be grateful for it as well. And then I also mentioned like being present, so it's kind of like very very similar, and this is just like really taking the moment to like sink in, because sometimes we also, at least for me, I tend to go with like there's a lot of nostalgia, but then like when I look back to the moments that I thought were kind of like nostalgic, like at the when I would like actually remember, like actually like analyze and like like it actually wasn't like that, or actually it was just like for especially like with things that I really shouldn't be uh remembering a lot, or like I think it was like the missing thing, and it's like actually it wasn't. And instead of like reminding myself of like things that actually were very nostalgic and like could be very nostalgic, and like, those are really amazing moments, like especially like with family, like bonding time. Those are the things that I should really be like remembering and be like, oh my god, like we gotta create more moments like that. So, really, really being in the present moment is really, really important. And again, something that I struggle with, because especially when you're a very pessimistic person, very negative person, you tend to dwell in the past and or like be resentful of the past, and like because of that, this is the way I am. And it's like now I I get to choose differently. So that's really really cool, because again, your conscience, you start to be more grateful. You start to know that the things that you do now is your responsibility now, and you can't really blame uh, other people. Like at the end of the day, you gotta set your boundaries, and that in itself is hard. So that's where you gotta put in the work to set your boundaries, know what you want, know the people that you want to be surrounded with, stuff like that. So being in the present moment is definitely an important one. And then the third one was redirecting my thoughts when I go into a funk. So that one's really, really, really important, because that's probably the one that I struggle the most, and it's probably like one of the reasons why I'm still like in the position that I am, because I could get into a lot of funks, and just and funks really are like self sabotage, because I I and even though I'm still working on these beliefs, like sometimes I still believe that I'm not deserving of certain things, that I'm not deserving of certain lifestyles, I'm not deserving of like generating abundance and income, money, riches, stuff like that. So redirecting my thoughts when that pops up, because I know what the root is, or I think that's what the root is. So when those thoughts keep coming up, it's okay. Listen to meditation, listen to like really music that will like energize you. Um, doing stuff with your family, like going for a hike, going for a walk, you know, just like whatever to really get me either distracted of that, so I could like not go into like a rabbit hole there, or acknowledge it. Okay, like why am I feeling this way? Why what triggered it for me to go back into like that train of thought, and then reminding myself of like of the things that I have accomplished, the things that we're doing good, and yeah, because that's gonna remind you of like, okay, actually I'm not that bad, and this is just like the autopilot or the unconscious trying to like self sabotage me, and it's reasonable, like the reason why I would do it, but now we get to choose differently, and that's honestly like an amazing, um, it's an amazing thing to be conscious about, because again, you get to choose differently, and you already know what, or we already know what we want, so it's really easy to like come back to it, because you keep on working on the things that you wanna accomplish, especially specifically like this month, because that month is gonna like that's gonna compound into like the whole year. So that's been that those are really the main three things, like especially like mindset stuff. And then like externally, it will be like hanging out more with family, especially if I really do this road trip. I'm gonna be gone for like 2, 3, 4 months, depending if I really like the lifestyle. And and so I really want to spend a lot of time with my family this month, next month. I can really celebrate my birthday, and just like honestly, it's never been anything like extravagant because we're still like saving a lot of money. We're trying to save a lot of money and like pay off our debts. But like just a lot of bonding, like more conversations, like cooking together, stuff like that. That like could really help with the bonding. I have to go soon. And so yeah, I think that a lot of more meditations for sure. I'm still like working on Marisa Peer's meditation, so I've been doing that now for like I think maybe like a week and a half, and I think it's been really helpful. And yeah, I think just really working more on my skills, definitely more communication skills. Trying to be more energized because that's another video I saw where it's like people could see your energy, people could see like if you like whatever they could tell with your energy. And I feel like I'm still like not aligned to like where I want to be or like who I want to be, or kind of like the confidence and the like, oh, I got this. It's more like okay, like I'm still working on it. So it kind of like also explains for me, it kind of explains why I'm still like not either, because like from what I understand with like manifestation or like divine timing and how you know um like kind of like success happens is like you really have to be aligned. And I how I mentioned in the previous video, I feel like I'm still not there, but like little by little with like all this work, I think I am working towards it. And it's not really like a rush, it's just me really appreciating the like all the moments, like really trying to improve my skills, because at the end of the day, like this is still like it's gonna be a business, it's projects I'm gonna be working on, and all of that at the end of the day requires skills. And that's really even though it was like daunting in the beginning, like oh my god, like I have to learn a lot of stuff. I have to learn, how to create an actual business, how to run a business. Um, at the end of the day, like I choose this path for now. Like maybe I do find, I mean, even if I do find a job, I'm still gonna want like this, like create videos and like kind of explore where I want to go and all of that. But I think at the end of the day, it's really important to like to end kind of like the message here is like to start your month well, like to recognize, okay, and acknowledge like, okay, these are my goals, this is how I can accomplish them, this is what I need to work on, and and these are like the resources or the things that I could do to one, help me achieve my goal, and one, to help with the obstacles that can come my way where I know these are like the most prominent ones. So yeah, with that being said, I really hope this episode helped. I wish you luck and a lot of blessings to this new month. I know it's gonna be amazing. I know it's gonna be great for us. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.